early.
What's good, folks? We are back. It's another episode of Early.
Real early, man.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Subscribe,
make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, before we get into it, man, there's a lot going on right now. We're in the thick of football season.
Right.
NBA season is literally just like creeping around the corner. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful time of year, honestly.
Counting our hands now. I think
Yeah.
it's like 6
Is it?
days or so.
Like 6 days?
5. Yeah.
Five?
6 days.
Till season starts?
Yeah.
Season opener?
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be good. We'll get to basketball.
Go
ahead.
Just
You
say
about to
quickly, but I'm not getting like into it OD. But one thing I was gonna say, and I don't know if you feel this way, but I love it. It feels like basketball never ends.
Yeah, it
and
does.
that's the sport.
Yeah. I was surprised.
I know when the finals ends and we're like, oh man, the next season. Yeah. But bro, we really be entertained and occupied the whole summer. These leagues.
So do you be watching the FIBA leagues, the summer leagues? Do you be watching all that type of stuff?
I'll be more highlight, more like follow up with it as opposed to like catching the games.
Yeah.
But
because I don't think I ever see that shit on TV.
Right? Yeah. Don't be. You gotta like.
If it weren't for like FanDuel, I wouldn't even know that shit was going on.
You gotta get the links. You gotta be intentional. Sometimes they ball at 3 a.m. and shit. But like literally the preseason game, we're gonna talk about it later. I was like on one of these betting apps, Kalshi, it's prediction market, and I'm at work and shit. And I'm looking at what are the live bets right now, and I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns and the Nets were playing at 7 a.m. I was like,
I'm dead.
Like, well, is this a rescheduled game or something? You know, it's funny, but
and 7 a.m. is like, where are they playing? They got to be playing overseas somewhere. 100%. Like, how are niggas getting up at 7 a.m. to play basketball? But I also think NBA is just the sport where the off season is also the most entertaining, and like people move around so much, and you just like the anticipation for this season is crazy. But like you said, I do think there's a lot of anticipation for this year. But
so much moving around, so many roster changes, so much like how will they be? And we'll talk about.
Well, let's start with football since football is here in our faces. There's a lot going on, man.
What's the biggest storyline to you?
Biggest storyline. We're in week 6. Let me think. That's a very good question because I haven't really been on the sports talk shows this week.
Right.
Just been kind of busy, but like I'm trying to think of things that happened over. Well, the Jets, they're terrible. I'm looking at Justin Fields, bro. Like, I don't think he's a good quarterback. I just don't think he's good at. I just don't think he can play. I'm gonna
say this. I'm not gonna like argue that. I'm just gonna say, before this last week, I definitely would have been like,
you would have made a case for him.
I would have been like, bro,
just give it time.
What
bro, is this? His sixth year or something like that?
I think it's like maybe fourth or fifth.
So he got drafted by Chicago. He stayed there for what, like 3 years?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years.
And then he went to Pittsburgh.
Right.
There was nowhere in between Chicago and Pittsburgh.
No, just Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh 1 year, and then now Jets. Okay.
The thing is, what I would say, one, and I think we're gonna talk about this a little bit later too, in terms of like how these players, especially the quarterback being the most important position, how they're set up when they come into an actual team. Organizationally, how's the structure? How is it built for them to win as opposed to be the savior, right? And all in all, I thought Justin Fields' time with the Bears, I thought 2 things. One, I thought he did pretty good. I didn't think he did like some of these other quarterbacks where I'm like, y'all don't have something. I was like, he did pretty straight, provided that y'all did shit for him. I thought it was good, but again, these organizations, when they can't stand down and they saw the shiny thing. Caleb Williams, we're like, do we want to
keep it going with
he's even better.
Keep it going with Justin Fields, and let's just start over with Caleb Williams,
right? Or you know what I'm saying? They could have got Jaden Daniels, but the thing is, we want the new thing, and fuck whatever. It could work, but it's just not work. Like whatever. So they threw him out. Now with the Steelers, I thought that was kind of weird how they played that. Then they
basically had 2 quarterbacks,
and then they did want him, but they're like, we don't want to give you like the I guess that was like a commitment thing that they didn't want to lock in. They're like, we're going to give you 1 year, and he wanted a commitment. Anyway, just gave him the bread. And before last game against the Broncos, I would have told you, I mean, bro, I'm looking at him. He's trying. I'm looking at the stat line. I'm like, it looks good. But I cannot defend.
You can't defend
the fact that I looked at the stat line and this nigga had a negative 10 pass yards for the game. Hey man, I'm just gonna. I have nothing to say.
And what's funny,
Stephen A. Smith said some shit about it, and I was like, damn, bro, way to kick a nigga when he down.
I'm dead.
He said he had negative 10 You know what that means? That means anybody could have came in and gave you 0.
Yeah,
anybody. I was like, yo.
Yeah, and had a better line.
Don't throw it. You're going to get 0.
Bro.
That was crazy.
Don't throw it. Don't take a sack.
I can't defend it. I'm more so of an Aaron Glenn. I'm more so looking at him like, I don't know what you got going on. But, yeah, it's not. I ain't about to defend
You know,
Fields.
you alluded to something that we were talking about before, which is the organization that a quarterback ends up in has a lot to do with how successful 100%. They become. I was watching this podcast,
but it's a big.
I was watching this podcast. Dude's name is Michael McKelvin. He was interviewing this other guy. Let me see if I could try to find it real quick. Interviewing this dude's name is Zach Kiefer.
Right.
This guy, I guess, did an article. I guess he like made a career out of like following and interviewing quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? For a certain amount of time, because I know he was talking about going as far back as like Peyton Manning. You know what I'm saying? So this guy was talking about how there's really like a handful of teams that know how to develop quarterbacks. And when he says a handful, he's like literally like 5, 6, 7 teams in the NFL that really know how to develop quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to a quarterback, and he talked to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud had said something, because you can kind of see CJ Stroud is kind of falling into this, like, the Texans are a historically bad organization.
Right.
And even though he showed flashes of being really nice his first year, it just hasn't really clicked in year 2 and 3. I mean, what would you say his year so far has been like? Because so far it hasn't been terrible, but they're not winning. They're not really winning like they thought they would be.
I would say for CJ Stroud it's interesting. So you have the first year, boom, phenom, he's blazing it up, cool. Second year, understandable. Some people have sophomore slumps. I'm not so critical. Also, you give it, offensive line was shit. All right, cool. Now third year is kind of like a mix where I'm like, look. Sometimes you still got to look at the organization. They didn't really buffer up the O-line crazy, so you still had that problem. But then you also do look for a player that you gave so much praise. Sometimes you're just trying to see the resilience and how they actually – bro, we know it's not the best, but, like, we are looking to, like, make it shake. You are C.J. Stroud, right?
Yeah,
and then I think you kind of realizing that it's like – no, bro, you can't wish cast what you want your player to be. If they don't have certain things, they're going to look kind of regular, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think it's a knock on him. I don't think it's like, oh, yeah, I need to start considering if he might not. I don't think it's that type of scenario at all. Again, like how we were referencing, like, your Darnold, your Baker Mayfields. Like, I think he's the guy. I just do think that still got to put some pressure on him. Like, yo, bro, expecting you to play a little bit better. Because with the third, it's kind of just like lackluster. It's like you're not shit in the bed, but you're not winning these games. Like, man, CJ Stroud to drive. Like, you see Baker Mayfield, like, it's just game-winning drive after game-winning drive. Like, he's not doing that. So it's interesting. I think he's literally in the thick of it. Same thing with like Trevor Lawrence, right? It's starting to look a little bright. It's starting to look like, maybe this is working after all. Maybe y'all got y'all coach that y'all finally needed. Maybe y'all got your offensive coordinator, because it's like, even with Trevor Lawrence, he's not like lighting it up, but they're winning games and he's doing what needs to be done. Kind of like on that Hurts vibe. And Hurts is actually very interesting, right?
We going all over the place, because I want to get back to Justin Fields real quick.
Yeah, okay.
But when it comes because the reason I even brought this up is because I feel like Justin Fields could have easily fallen into that like bad organization. You know what I'm saying? Because he was drafted by the Bears. Right. And they're just a terrible organization when it comes to developing quarterbacks. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't had any Jay Cutler, probably the best quarterback that's been through there. Rex Grossman. That says
a lot.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rex Grossman wasn't even a good quarterback. He was just a beneficiary of a great team overall.
And even though Steelers had fucking Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers literally showed their ineptitude at that position because they didn't plan for the future. They literally went fucking like 6-7 years just having fucking handyman ass quarterback, and now what's funny is Aaron Rodgers at the age of like 43 is the best quarterback that you had, even considering Roethlisberger last 2 years. So really since like 2015, 2014, this is actually the best. So for the Steelers, they actually don't got nothing. They're like, we're
but
fine.
But the Steelers are a good organization. I don't know.
Yes, I'm talking position.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if they're one of those quarterback joints, but they are a great organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
they coach.
Yeah. And the ownership. I feel like the ownership.
Green Bay's like they don't change their quarterback.
Yeah.
Steelers don't change their coach.
Yeah,
so there is a continuity
there, which I think is very important because you look at I don't even know who was the coach of the Bears when Justin Fields was there.
So many people.
Yeah,
oh my God.
But
so many.
But still, I do think that with Justin Fields, I'm just not seeing it, bro. I didn't see it in Pittsburgh. I see the athleticism. I don't see quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I don't see him making good decisions. I don't see him making like good throws. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like a quarterback to me. He looked like a guy that's I was gonna say Terrell Pryor, but Terrell Pryor was a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
Wide receiver than he
but that's what I'm saying. Which I see freakish athlete that plays quarterback when I see Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. But Terrell Pryor at least had like size too. Justin Fields, I'm not saying he's a small guy, but he's not like a Cam Newton kind of like huge guy. You know what I'm saying?
Say something like, maybe I'm not willing to stand on this, but the thing about Justin Fields, right? It's like, I know it might sound crazy, but I'm looking at a dude, right? Like a Jalen Hurts, for instance. And I'm like, Jalen, you've been to the Super Bowl twice. You won the Super Bowl. You know, you're a proven winner. Mm-hmm. Not saying you got to lose it. By no means, you know, you lock that shit in. Right? But what is there to say when you have weapons at every fucking position? And, like, your ineptitude as a quarterback is kind of, like, glaring, too. It's like, bro.
Jalen Hurts is better than Justin Fields. Way better. Jalen Hurts, I think, is a good quarterback. I just don't think he's I don't think he does what everybody wants him to do as a quarterback.
Sometimes I was on that boat. That's what I felt. But, like, the way I'm seeing this year, I'm kind of like, bruh.
Are you on that Cam Newton not a top 10 quarterback vibe?
Oh, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I'll argue, and I know and again, I'm not trying because he do the job, and at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. Yeah. So I'm not calling for his job. I'm not saying
get another guy in there.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, hey, just because you won a Super Bowl doesn't mean we shouldn't still expect.
Still room to grow.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. A lot, bro. What the fuck? Like, I'm looking at AJ Brown. I'm looking at who's the other? Devontae Smith. I'm looking at Saquon Barkley. Like, I'm like, why are these niggas not producing? It's not like they're getting.
That should be a 35-point a game team.
And I'm like, but
I feel like last year they were. Last year I feel like their offense was potent.
No, the offensive coordinator is gone.
Oh, okay.
But the OC that's there now, he was in the building last year, so you're still kind of like, bro, you ain't learned nothing from us.
That's on him.
You know, so it's weird, but yeah,
tush pushing all the time.
Yeah, it's weird, but like because if I'm like, man, I'm looking at Eagle situation, I'm looking at a Josh Allen, I'm looking at a Burrow, I'm like, I wonder what they would do with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm looking at Josh Allen right now. I know it's like a little transition, but like Josh Allen, we looking at going back to what we're saying, the storylines, right?
Yeah.
At first, I was looking at the Bills. They was looking kind of spooky. Like the way the season started, I'm looking at Josh Allen. I'm like,
they always start off. I feel like they always start off like this. Didn't they start off like 4-5-0 last year? Like I feel like they always start off like this.
They do start well. They do start well. Same thing with the Steelers, right? Because I kind of want to think that Steelers got this shit locked, at least AFC North.
Yeah.
But last year they started 8-2, and then they
did
crumbled.
they?
Yeah, and then they crumbled. And then they crumbled second half of the season. Ravens stormed.
They were 8-2 with Justin Fields at quarterback.
I mean,
Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, right?
The middle.
But I think they were like, after 4 games they were because they were like, should they just keep Justin Fields in?
Yeah. The team was doing good, right? Yeah. But Tomlin was like, I want more production for the position,
from the position.
That's why they switched it.
Nah, that's.
But I'm looking at Josh Allen. I'm just kind of like, yeah, bro, got nothing. Like James Cook is tough. Other than that, I'm looking at Keon Coleman. I'm like,
Keon Coleman's okay.
I'm like, Coleman, I thought she would do. I expected
people thought he was
going
to be like a wide receiver one.
He's
same like low way wide receiver too.
Same with Xavier Leggett down Panthers. I'm kind of like, I thought y'all niggas was better than this.
Yeah,
y'all like the term y'all just a guy. Like you're just a guy. You're just a guy. Like you know,
facts.
You're not changing nothing. But I would say, bro, I ain't trying to be a homer. But I think my Buccaneers. I think we the talk of the town at
Bucks
this
is up
current
there
moment in the NFL just because of the way we're doing it.
If we're talking power rankings, where would you put them?
I think we number one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Number one best team.
Not saying that makes us the best team in the league, but I think we performing the best in the league. Yeah, I do. 100%.
I'm trying. Give me a second. Let me try to think.
I think Colts
would
be. Colts haven't taken
Colts is up there. No, they lost one.
They lost one. Yeah. So no, everybody's clear of that. I think everybody got one loss in the column, right? Yeah. So. Yeah, I would definitely. I
think the Eagles and the Bills were the last teams to lose, and they lost.
Yeah, the Eagles lost 2 in a row now. Yeah. So Eagles and the Bills lost 2 in a row. Too. Bills, they're showing they chinking their armor. Like I'm looking at Falcons defense look crazy against the Bills. I'm like, oh. And now I'm looking at the NFC South. I thought we had it as a lock, and now I'm looking at the Panthers and Falcons. Kind of got life. I'm like,
Panthers got life for
Bryce
sure.
Young is he's
I was what's funny? Man. See, and this is why
I was saying it last year. I think we even talked about that. Like they didn't set them up for success last year.
No. But also the Panthers is one of those teams that's not really. They don't know how to set people up for success. You know what I'm saying? They had a whole Cam Newton in the building and couldn't get a Super Bowl out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got to one, but that was literally off the strength of Cam Newton being like a Superman. You know what I'm saying? Even though those teams were stacked, I'm not trying to knock those teams. No, for sure. But still, when we talk about Bryce Young, that's somebody who I was ready to give the Justin Fields treatment to. Right. I was ready to be like, I don't know if he's that. I just don't know if I don't know if he could do it.
You know what's so crazy? When you criticize him, you look at him with a glass and you're like, he's short as shit. He looks
I'm looking at this nigga
you start saying
he looked like a mini Jaden Daniels. Like, Jaden Daniels already frail as hell. But he's like Jaden Daniels, but like 4 inches shorter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, which is not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want that.
I was watching. I was impressed. They were down 17.
I'm not gonna lie. They blew up
on the bench, bro.
They blew up my parlay, so I'm not even going.
We're right where we were.
He had him gassed up.
They were down.
Yeah.
I saw
it. It was tied. It was 27-27.
No, but
not the whole game.
No, but when they were down, he was on the sideline. We're good.
Yeah.
We're right where we want to be.
Not flinching. That's what you want to see out of him.
And I was like, and then he went out.
Yeah, and did it.
Did them drives.
That's what you want to see. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I like that a lot, man. And good intangible, Barry. They ain't break you last year.
Yeah, not facts.
This is good. This is really good.
That is really what you want to see. And it's funny because like I don't want to.
They was shitting on him.
I don't want to just compare this guy to Justin Fields all day, but you don't see confidence out of Justin. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like I don't look at Justin Fields and see a guy that like at least. He's like a Russell Wilson got that delusional confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like Russell Wilson will throw like 3 picks and be like, come on, guys, we got to get him next drive. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that at Justin Fields, bro. Like he looks scary when it comes. And again, I was ready to give Bryce Young that kind of like definitely going to wait till the end of this year played out because I think this is his 3rd year, right? Yeah. I was ready to kind of like be like it's kind of going down that route, but this year he's definitely kind of like waking up a little bit because also too like the team still isn't that good, you know what I'm saying? But he's waking up, which I like to see. I don't want to see nobody's downfall. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like
I just think Fields' situation. I just think his playing never warranted how his cards like. Russell, why did Russell come in? Like little things like he's not the starter the rest of the season. I'm like, I don't think he did anything to elicit he should be a bench nigga. Look what Russell did.
But this is the thing. There's no production there. Like he's not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they're almost moving the ball down the field in spite of him.
Again, bro, like I can't really like nigga had -10. I really don't even want to.
So why are we even talking about this guy?
Yeah, I don't want to defend, but I'm just saying. But prior to what I saw last Sunday, like I've seen quarterbacks where I was like, "Bro, you're not like who the Steelers? Like Kenny Pickett's or Mason Rudolph's? Like I'm like he's better than these niggas. Like you know what I'm saying?
I think he's more dynamic than them. I don't know if he's better. I really don't know if he's better than them. He's more dynamic. Like he's more of a running threat. So you just gotta account for that. I don't think he could throw the ball better than them. And I don't think he can make decisions better than them.
Yeah, I just I disagree, but at the same time too, I do think Justin Fields is also at a point where we do have to consider, when we said you're mental like the Darnold, Baker mentally tough. He's at a point right now where it's like, bruh,
you gotta show it.
I know mentally, you're probably it's waning. Like you're like, bruh, I'm on my last. This might be his last chance. If I believe it at this point, and I think that's probably the biggest thing you can actually say. Because if you don't believe that you could do it, then then it is over.
He might be relegated to a backup after this. But you know is he a bust at this point? At this point, as it stands in week 6, is what, year 4, year 5 for him? Is he a bust?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's not with the fuck.
He was number 1 overall pick.
He's not with the fuck.
Nah, he's not a number 1 overall pick. You know, that's not the results you want.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny? This is a quick aside. This is a quick aside. We was talking about me and my homies was talking about Reggie Bush the other day, right? Reggie Bush was the number 2 overall pick in his draft class. I think before him was Mario Williams. Remember him, defensive lineman for the Texans. And then after
he wasn't even panned out.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right after him, and then the Texans also drafted Jadeveon Clowney, who also didn't really pan out. These niggas be using the number 1 overall pick to get defenders, which is not a bad. I'm not saying this. I'm not knocking them, but it's just interesting. And then after Reggie Bush was Vince Young. Do you think Reggie Bush was a good pickup for the Saints at number 2? Won a Super Bowl with them. He's in their Hall of Fame. Had like a 10-year career.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Reggie Bush's career, I thought he would be more of a beast than he was comparing what I saw at USC.
At USC, yeah.
I thought that nigga would be
That's
LT.
what my homies was saying.
I thought he'd be LT.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
That's
what, Danian Thomason?
100%. 100. I thought he would be the next coming.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought that. He was not that at the league. Let's be very clear. He was not that. But it was a very
formidable career.
Very serviceable.
It was him. Was it him and Mark Ingram back there? Because they had another running back that was nice.
Years later,
I feel like they had another running back. I feel like there was like a one. It was like him and another nigga that was like a 1-2 punch at running back for the Saints when they had Drew Brees.
But it could have been that. But he probably came like 3 years late. Like I think Bush was in that offense for a minute, and then he came, and then it was a thing. But no, Reggie Bush was a good player. He was a good player. He's not. If you're a good player, you're not a bust. Did you live up to the? That's the argument, but you're not a bust. A bust is you came in.
And I'm not even saying he was a bust. I'm saying, is that the kind of production that you expect to get out of a top 5 pick?
I think, to be honest, especially when you have Drew Brees, when you got a fucking running back that can catch and run out the backfield, that's what. Like, I think sometimes football, as we watch it, we be so consumed by. You need 1,000 rushing yards. No, it's more so like, bro, this motherfucker helps us get the first down when we need it, and he opens the field in ways the defense now has to.
He was on that Super Bowl winning team.
Marquise Colston is open because y'all was looking for but so little. And then even with the Bills, like I think he had a good career, and I do think the
Dolphins for a little bit.
We think as somebody's pick means that I need to see Hall of Fame expectations from you, and that's not necessarily the thing. I think. Cumulatively over his whole career, he did great. And then I think Alvin Kamara kind of like took that torch and even did way more with it, right? Like, because he actually very similar to Reggie Bush. And
Kamara was like
better,
Kamara was like he was like a 3rd or 4th or 5th round pick. He was late.
Yeah, right.
But going back to that, because I do want to ask this. So I remember I was telling
the quarterbacks
earlier. I was telling you, about that guy that said there's probably like 5-6 quarterback. There's 5-6 teams that really know how to develop quarterbacks. What do you think? I'm gonna give a couple. You give a couple. Like, what do you think those 5-6 teams
on top
are?
One team, Seahawks. I think Seahawks are really good with quarterbacks. I think if you even look at their shit, right, it went from Matt Hasselbeck to Russell Wilson. I mean, Geno had a quick stint, and then boom, now they got. Darnold. I think Darnold's going to be the guy. So I'm not how I evaluate.
You
this
thinking
question,
recently, or I'm thinking of all?
No, no.
Go ahead.
When I evaluate this question, I'm really literally thinking, who have y'all had as quarterbacks in the last 20 years?
Okay.
And is there crazy turnover rate, or is it on some? No, this is like the next guy, and the next guy just holds it because he is that. Right. So I think the Seahawks, for one, I think they do a really good job. I think the Patriots. I think the Patriots by default it's kind of cheap because like they just struck like Mac Jones was in it, but boom, like Drake May is it. Drake May is it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Drake May is it. Yeah, the way he's playing, the way I'm seeing it, I'm
not
like,
mad at him at all.
I really like how he's playing. He's surprising me, but I really like how he's playing. He got moxie too. Like I like how he carry himself. Yeah. Other than them teams, now and after that, that's when Green Bay. Yes, of course. I mean, they literally got a trifecta.
They had 3 quarterbacks in 3 decades. It don't make no sense.
I don't think anybody down that Love
that's
is
the
the
most
guy,
like textbook thing you could do.
100%. So those 3, I think, off top. And then after that, now it's kind of like, do these other teams I'm thinking of mine have a clean slate? Not necesserally.
Let me give you my 3.
So
let me give you 3 so that if there's overlap or whatever, because I don't want you to influence my. Because I'm thinking about it in real time too, but I would say I 100% agree with the Green Bay joint.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna give you all the way pushback on the Seahawks because I see where you're coming from with that.
I'm just thinking, right?
No facts, and I'm not mad at it. It wasn't what I was thinking about, but I'm not mad at that at all. I'm gonna kind of push back on the Patriots joint because outside of Tom Brady,
I hear you.
you know what I'm saying? And Tom Brady was there for like 15, 20. So it's like he kind of saved them, and I wouldn't even say that they really developed him. I'm not to say that they didn't develop him, but I think Tom Brady is one of those rare, like, it was in him. It don't matter where he would have went. I think it was in, like, what it's cool that I feel like his story had to play out the way that it did for him to become the greatest, like getting drafted late, you know what I'm saying? Getting the opportunity because Drew Bledsoe goes down, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then just not looking back from that opportunity. I feel like all of that had to, but I feel if you hear about his story, how he was in Michigan, I feel like that was in him. You know what I'm saying? If he would have went to the Commanders, he'd have, you know what I'm saying? He kind of just needed that opportunity. So I don't know if that's a Patriots thing.
I guess the reason why my only pushback to that would be on some. I think the Patriots. I think they kind of do know what they're doing at that position because I can even look back, right? For instance, like Tom Brady, boom. I remember his ACL out for a year. Yeah, Matt Castle, great quarterback.
Matt Castle went
11-5 that year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Matt Castle. I remember him. And then I think he got a bag somewhere at like Kansas City or some shit.
And then also, we can't forget about Jimmy G. Like, Patriots kind of even set him up to even get a bag. Like, from what we did here, and you got your Super Bowl. Like, now he get a bag. And now I'm thinking about, like, who's coming from.
Who is that? Josh McDaniels that was the quarterbacks guy back then?
Might have been during that time.
Might be him.
But then also how I'm thinking as well, too, right? You got Mac Jones, and I don't necessarily think they get rid of Mac Jones if they don't fire Mayo, right? So when they fire the coach now, whoever's coming in, that's not my guy.
Yeah.
So we're going back to the draft. So I'm not going to be like, oh, they fucked up. No, like, because now look at Mac Jones as a backup for Purdy. And look at the Niners. The Niners just losing fucking everybody. Bosa's out for the year. Warner's out for the year.
And they're still here.
And, I mean, they just lost to us, but, like, they're still pretty good,
they're still
all
in the
things
hunt,
considered. And I'm looking at Mac Jones like, I'm like, oh, bro, you're not the quarterback of this team, but there's in the offseason, there will be teams that's like, yo, so far, I like how Mac Jones held his own.
You know what's funny?
So when I'm looking at the tree, I'm kind of like, the Patriots, like, they're not giving out shit to the league.
Let me say this, though. It's so funny that you mentioned the 49ers because I think I'm going to add the 49ers to my list just now because I'm looking at the quarterbacks from
the coach.
I was gonna say that's I think where you're getting with the Patriots. I think Josh McDaniels, who I believe was the quarterback guy, I think he was the one that was developing those quarterbacks. Yeah. Now you go to San Francisco, you can't put it on Kyle Shanahan. Maybe you can put it on him why Mac Jones is killing right now, but he's not responsible for Steve Young, Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying? Like Alex Smith and Kaepernick.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? Like there was quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I took it back, but I brought it up. I brought it back up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
See, like even but with you
know what I'm saying? Like what? Who were some like terrible quarter? I mean, you don't really remember the terrible guys, but like they haven't really gone like a decade without a formidable quarterback.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would more so say they set up quarterbacks to do well.
That's what we're talking about here.
But
that's what we're talking about. Set organizationally set up for success.
I guess I guess I agree with you. I think my whole thing where it's kind of like fucking my head up is I just don't think they actually be that good. But it's not the 49. Like it's not the 9. Like I think Purdy is actually their best quarterback that they've had in this last 15 years.
But do you think? Because Purdy was a 6th round draft or last 7th round draft pick, if I'm not mistaken. No. So I'm saying, like, is he really talented? Like, did everybody just overlook his talent, or was he developed into? Did he have? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that play a part in a quarterback becoming successful.
You're right. I just think the Niners never have a star at that position, but that does not mean that they did not maximize who the fuck they had.
What you mean they don't have a Steve Young, Joe Montana?
No, bro. I'm not going. I think you doing that is that's too far from me. That's kind of crazy, bro. Like you say Steve.
No, you say they never had a star.
Like after Steve,
but Alex Smith wasn't a star, but Kaepernick.
Those were stars. And then before Alex Smith, you had the Jeff Garcia.
Jeff
And
Garcia
did his thing. He did his thing.
Yeah.
But again, but I'm saying Alex Smith, his best years were with the Chiefs. And then even who was the next dude you said after Alex?
Kaepernick.
Kaepernick. Again, they set him up for success, and he did well in his time. But then he flamed out.
That's the question here. The question is, what organization set up the best are the best environment for quarterbacks to thrive?
I'm just saying from the other places that we had mentioned, I think these quarterbacks all had higher heights, but it doesn't take away that the 49ers
I feel you.
What they like 49ers, if you're a really tough team, 49ers is a great place to go.
I think the higher heights thing comes from the more talent thing. Like they were more talented.
Right. And that's not the Niners.
If talent is if we take talent out of it, what you get out of your quarterback means it's based off what you put into that quarterback.
No,
you feel me?
100%. And I think the Niners be on the position that sometimes they're not in a position to get the best guy, but
make
this
do
guy,
with the best.
We will make the most 100%. Like even like Trey Lance. That's just so funny because I feel like the Niners, they just know that even though they drafted him, they just you're just
he's
not him.
it. Yeah,
you're not him. So like we put Purdy in ASAP because we're not locked to the. He was the third pick, so we have to. They're like Kyle Cena. He's like, nah, just you go to the Cowboys. Like we're gonna put Purdy, even though he was a 7th round and he was the pick after like the year after you. We're good. So I think to your point, it kind of speaks to now we just doing what's best for the team, you know.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna add 49ers to my list. I'm gonna go 49ers, Green Bay for sure.
They would even be more than the Seahawks because they have more. They got more proof. They got more more different people being successful.
I want to put the Ravens in there. What do you think about that? I want to put the Ravens in there because I know it don't go back deep. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this is my newer joint. It's Flacco.
Was it literally? It was literally Lamar after Flacco, wasn't it?
Lamar after Flacco. Before Flacco, it was no one in between. Lamar was drafted while Flacco was still starting. Before Flacco, who was it?
Not Brad.
Not Brad Johnson. It wasn't Brad Johnson. It was Trent Dilfer, maybe.
That's back.
He
got the ring.
But I will put the Ravens up there. I feel like they're a good place for a quarterback to go and make something of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I feel like the spirit of this category is not so much like bring us a quarterback and we're gonna take him and we're gonna make that quarterback a Super Bowl MVP. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're talking about content. Like you coming into a team where the coach has been for 18 years. There is a continuity here. There's a way that things go. So I feel like to that point, kind of lends his hands. Like, yeah, bro, there ain't gonna be no turnover between our positions coach and all that. Like when you're here, you're gonna get to grow. We're gonna give you the chance to win. And when you look at our track record, we do pretty good, and we have an identity. Even though this year is probably the 1 year you're like, yo, the Ravens defense is they don't have that. It's really smash mouth run, boom defense, and now it opens
and then
up
even the run is selling on them. What's going on? I don't know what's going on with Derrick Henry, bro. I'm starting to feel bad for the guy.
Bro, what is it? With the Ravens and the Eagles, why do they not use? I'm dumb.
Two best running backs in the league.
I'm dumbfounded at why they're at the bottom of the league with rushing and literally at attempts as well. So I'm like, why are y'all not feeding them? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think when it comes to Derrick Henry,
you think he's gonna fumble after?
I think so.
Bro, that's crazy though. Like, bro,
this nigga did it in 3 straight games, bro.
Has he done it since?
I don't think so.
But
I don't think so.
Just think it's
but 3 straight games in the fourth quarter, bro. Like last drive, second to last. That's scary, bro. Like first time you're like, okay, like I'm not even going to consider the first time. Like whatever. That's Derrick Henry. Give it to him again. Bro. Second time I'm going to be like, bro, like make sure you're focusing on holding on to the ball. Third time I'm like, bro, we need to get you some extra coaching or something like that. Like
it's like they have him on the you have a 10 rush limit. That's kind of crazy to me.
On the 11th rush, it might be a fumble liability.
And there's no Lamar, so I'm just kind of like, yo, bro, you need to trust
Cooper Rush back there. You got to feed Derrick Henry.
One thing I'm also seeing too, and this is like, it's again, I'm not taking blame. You're the one dropping them shits, but I'm like, bro, you can also see the pressers and all that. I'm like, bro, believe in your guys, bro. Like, because these niggas, you can see Derrick Henry. Like,
Derrick Henry losing faith in himself.
I see it, bro. I see it. And
Nigga look defeated.
And I'm like, bro, it's hard. when they're not giving me the ball, and we literally like it's like, bro, you'll go 4 downs, and like after the first down, I didn't get it, like, and that was like that's it. And so I don't know what it is. I'm not about to say this nigga washed because I'm also looking at Saquon. I'm like, I see the same thing here. This nigga had a 2,000-yard season last season.
But that's now, you're like if I'm around the league, there's no way in hell we're letting them rush for 2,000 yards again. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. I'm prefacing that to say I didn't think that would mean you'd be in the bottom of the rush.
But they're loading the box. You're sitting here talking about how Jalen Hurts, nobody believes he can throw. They're gonna load the box and make him throw. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna make him or tush push their way down to the end zone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna let Saquon do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm more so saying it's like there's weapons galore, and I just kind of find it hard that they can't get some
Eagles. The Eagles, there's no excuse because they're both of their wideouts are studs.
I'm like, so I'm like,
their quarterback is a dual threat. Like, I don't understand it. But real quick, if we go back to the list, like between the 5 that we said, Seahawks, Patriots, Packers, 49ers, Ravens. Is there anyone else you would add to that?
Nah, I think I'm gonna close it up there because even I was about to say by no means does this team belong there. I also do think teams get luck of the draw in terms of they actually do be having good quarterbacks, but do them dirty. That is also a thing. Like Bengals.
Yeah, facts.
I think Bengals are Bengals.
Facts.
Carson Palmer.
Fucking
Andy Dalton. Had his seasons.
Yeah.
He had his seasons.
Yeah.
And Joe Burrow. Now there was some people in between each one, but I think for me to pick
studs.
3 people in
I
your franchise,
Dalton. I don't know if I would call Dalton a stud, but Carson Palmer for sure and Joe Burrow is probably my favorite quarterback.
Dalton, I just remember for 3 years there was no question about who's the star. Like, he was the starter, and they weren't like oh, we have Dalton. No, he did good until he just what Dalton's thing was. Oh, when it came time to like the win those games that mattered or a playoff game, shit the bed. And that's kind of like what got him out of there. But regular season he was doing good. But that's why Bengals is kind of like, but I'm like, oh no, I can't. Like, look at literally what look at Burrow's last 4 or 5 years. Does this show the signs of a team that is supporting? Fuck no.
And that's why that guy came out with that article saying that there literally is a handful of teams that know how to do it.
I guess we should say Chiefs. Yeah. I would say Chiefs. Yeah, because I think that tenure I think when they brought Andy Reid in here, I think that changed like everything for them. And then,
but that's in the last
and then if I'm watching as well too, then I could Then I have to even go back. Like Trent Green was great with the Chiefs.
Okay.
And then Alex Smith was great with the Chiefs. And then I didn't even like when they drafted Mahomes, bro. I was asleep. I didn't know how they was doing. Like they knew though. They knew. And then when Mahomes came, I was like, damn.
But
wow.
again, that to me that puts them more in the Bengals like luck of the draft vibe because the thing is like the reason I'm gonna say no, I'm saying they got lucky in who they picked. That's what I'm saying. Like the person that they picked was a lucky pick in the sense that I think that's in Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't necessarily think the Chiefs are bringing out that win at all costs mentality out of him. I feel like that's in him. And he would have brought that to anywhere he went.
I'm more so saying, I mean, they could have drafted him and just said deuces Alex Smith. I do think the year that he was on the bench, I think, like you see me, I always say that. I love when quarterbacks actually get to spend a year behind an actual competent quarterback. Like, you can learn some shit from here. Like the Giants, right? I'll say this with the Giants. Giants is in a very bad franchise. Horrible in terms of this conversation we have at quarterbacks. I think they do a bad job.
So do you think they got lucky with Eli?
Daniel Jones is like.
Do you think they got lucky with Eli?
No, I don't. I think Eli's. I don't think that was like just they traded.
He just so happened.
They traded Phillip Rivers for him. So like they just believed that they put chips on that.
But I feel like the Chargers drafted Manning. They drafted Rivers to trade him, not to like. I don't think they drafted him like. This is going to be our guy.
Because Manning did not want to play.
He didn't want to play in San Diego.
He didn't want to play there.
Yeah, which is because I think they're one of those teams that's like
I think they're snake
not
bitten.
a good.
I think they're snake. I think they just cursed. I don't care how good they look. I don't believe it because I seen years. They went 14-2 and like get blown out the playoffs with the Colts. Like I seen too much Chargers. You literally have to just I have to wake up and y'all in the Super Bowl for me to ever believe it's real. I just don't. too many times. But who's the team we was just talking about?
The Giants.
The Giants. I think the Giants in this real interesting situation because it's like Dable, their coach.
Yeah.
This is hot seat year.
Yeah.
You're fired if you don't show any just signs of life or like you're the guy in that position. You started with Russell and then you bring Jameis as well too. So I'm thinking Dart is going to sit this year. Yeah. That's how I'm thinking. Regardless, but I'm like, y'all got y'all guy. He is a good prospect. I'm like, I like him. Y'all got your guy. Bet. You got Russell and Jameis. Cool. You're going to be set up. But then I think there's also things we don't really talk about. The factor that a city and a fan base and ownership combined creates this pressure where it's like if your coach is also on the hot seat year and he's kind of like, you could tell he cares about the business. He's not like throwing in the towel. He's I'm the coach. Like, you can tell he's very like he wants to be the coach there. So it's like he makes the executive decision where it's like, yo, Russell, you're not, because Russell's ass. Like now at this point, Russell's ass. He is, But I'm also thinking too. Just my thinking.
That's fucked up because he had 400 yards
at one game. Like, and then the one game he should have been, and then they're like, "Yeah, bro, that's it. It's done. It's done for you."
He had a flash of old Russ.
Yeah, and it's like the Bengals traded for Flacco. So you're looking at the situation. You're like, "Damn, I don't even think teams are even trying to like make a move for you."
Oh yeah, because they went and got Flacco. I thought they was gonna go get Jameis. I thought they was gonna go get Jameis.
I didn't think they would go to Flacco route. But anyway, but Flacco with those. Yeah, you gotta fear it.
Yeah.
You just
throw the ball up there. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? Fucking
with the Giants starting Dart.
Bro, they gave into the pressure, and now you got Dart. And
that was what that was. That was pressure.
Yeah, I think
I think he's the guy for the job this year. Like if you saw in the preseason, he was cooking.
My main thing was more so if I don't think it's like your aspirations are like to get the playoffs or shit like that, I just think you can afford to like not rush it. I'm not saying it was a wrong move.
Hear me out on this, because I'm a humongous advocate for not rushing quarterbacks into playing. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking earlier. I don't know if we were recording at the point when I said this, but like I've been saying this for years, and I feel like now,
Jameis is the third.
And now I feel like all of a sudden all the pundits are saying, "Oh yeah, we shouldn't be rushing quarterbacks anymore." I'm just like, dog, like that has always made sense to me. You don't throw a new guy into a situation where he can't succeed easily and then expect good things to happen.
Monitor
you know what
the
I'm saying?
Vikings as well too, because that's what the fuck they're doing
with
too.
JJ.
That's what the fuck is happening.
But that's a good team.
Yeah,
they're almost but they're bad because of J. I think they're bad because of JJ, not in spite of him. They're not doing well because of JJ.
I'm more so thinking with JJ. I'm like, especially when you label these people project. All I've heard about JJ is he's a project player. He's like we have to develop him. So I'm kind of like, that's great. Y'all got Wentz, and not saying I'm happy he got injured, but I'm glad that just tweaked because like. Just chill. The nigga was a rookie last year, but he was a developmental guy. He got injured. Cool, he sat out. The thing about the Vikings where I'm like, I really question how they move. I didn't think the Darnold, the way they let him go, because the last 2 games of the season, I felt that I was like, damn, like Darnold's also young too. Sometimes, what was the thing we said? With the 49ers with the Trey Lance, how they just said, yo, he's not the guy. I'm not trying to say McCarthy not the guy. I just thought maybe y'all might entertain like a trade or something because you're like, yo, we got a guy. Why do we revert back when we can build on something? Well, and I'm like, damn. And now when I'm looking at McCarthy, now the one thing that I think is valid is like, is this nigga injury prone? Because that's 2 now. Like, and we're like, bro, kind of like Anthony Richardson. You lost your job to Daniel Jones, and nobody wants you to. They don't want you to come back, bro. Yeah. Trust me, they don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Some of these teams, I question how they even going about it when they had a good situation.
The Vikings, I think, is a different situation from because it is a good team. I want to speak on both. Like the Vikings are a good team. Like essentially they just swapped the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But they were fighting for the number 1 seed last year. You know what I'm saying? Like
14
literally lost the last 2 games and then they were done. But they were like a Super Bowl favorite for a majority of last year. Literally just switched up the quarterback. So I'm saying that to say that's not the same as Jackson Dart coming in for the Giants, because the Giants were not a good team last year and weren't a good team this year. Like they didn't make the playoffs last year. Weren't really looked at as having anything. Weren't really looked at as having any expectations for this year. You know what I'm saying? So with JJ McCarthy being filled in with the Vikings, I feel like it's a little bit different. Like that's a situation that you do want a good young quarterback to go into. A team that you don't got to do everything. You just got to throw it up to Jetta. You got Addison. You got Cook. Not Cook. So who they got at running back now? Not Dalvin. They don't got Dalvin Cook no more.
No, it's not Dalvin.
They got somebody else at running back.
The dude that was on the Niners, Jordan. He was on the fucking Niners. He's fucking tough. I forgot.
Yeah, it's coming to regardless. They got a good team.
Mason Jordan,
something
Jordan
like
Mason,
something like that.
Yeah.
But they got a good team. You know what I'm saying? All around. When it comes to Jackson Dart in
You
New
just
York,
think the reps are important.
I feel like the reps are good right now. You know what I'm saying? I do think the reps are good right now because they don't have that many expectations. He's the second quarterback coming in. It's not like he's not in a Cam Ward kind of situation. You feel me? Cam Ward, I'm praying for that nigga, dog. I hope this season does not derail his career. You know what I'm saying? Like
he good.
And I think so too, but still, like that's the kind of situation you don't want young quarterbacks going into. And Jackson Dart, it's similar, but Jackson Dart didn't start the year as the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? As the starting quarterback. He's kind of taking over for a guy that did abysmal, and he's doing a little bit better. So now he's getting a lot of he's getting the people like fucking with him. That's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I think the fire is just yet to come for New York. I think the fact that they're 2-4 and Neighbors out for the year, I think they're already doing better than people thought.
Yeah, even if they go 2-15 to finish the season out, I feel like Jackson Dart's not going to be looked at as like, we got to go another route. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going to give him time. He bought himself like a whole nother year.
Depends how that looked though. It depends how it looked.
How the 2-15 look.
Bro.
Yeah, no, that's obvious. Yeah,
100%.
But he gave them their first win of the season, first 2 wins of the season.
Right now,
you know what I'm saying?
now, all I'm saying is like the main thing is like again, not lighting it up, but he's doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing his job. So that's all you ask for right now, right?
And then I even seen I saw on FanDuel like his odds for offensive rookie of the year like shot up. Like now I think he's in second place
because he's actually playing, so it makes sense.
Facts, but. Yeah, facts. That in conjunction, facts.
I don't think you win that at all.
But look at somebody like Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel's now the starter. He's still like probably like plus 35,000. He's not that good.
He's some shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
There's no. I'm still waiting. Like you deserve to be the starter now. I'm not one of them. You deserve it, but I'm like, you're not. I mean, last week was okay. Yeah. But this past week was trash.
Do you think we see Shador this year? Do you think in Cleveland?
It's a possibility.
Yeah,
it's a possibility.
Just because Gabriel's so.
I mean, this is the thing.
Not
Cleveland is they can very well draft a quarterback next year.
Facts.
So you gotta see what's good.
Facts.
And then I'm actually also very curious to see how they play to Deshaun Watson because he's trying to come back.
Is he?
Yeah, and he's on the fucking contract for $270. So I'm like, guaranteed. So,
but
I know y'all. I know the way
we saw him last year. Like we saw him the last 2 years.
No, 100%. But
Deshaun Watson falling into that Justin Fields category.
All I'm saying is, I think the Browns. You have fucking 6 quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah, literally.
Go make sure you know exactly who everybody is because the likelihood y'all draft Archie Manning or whoever the fuck next year who I think is also fucking hype.
Archie Manning is trash.
Hype.
Yeah. He's not going to be the first round pick first overall pick last year.
Man,
next year.
that shit is crazy hype.
There's no way in hell.
Like that shit is crazy.
There's no way in hell. And it's so funny.
People like that nigga is
just real quick,
good.
a quick aside, bro. It's really interesting how the media really got a hold on like all the narratives, bro.
Yeah.
All the narratives. Because I remember thinking I'm not gonna come out and try to act like I never believed in Archie. It's not that. Right. I just remember thinking like, where's everybody getting all of this like Heisman front runner from? Like, I haven't seen him play yet. When did y'all see him play? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched.
He was the backup last
that.
year.
That's what I'm saying. So
I was like,
and I watched that championship game. I was in a bar when it just happened to be on, and I think it was Quinn Ewers that was starting in that game, and everybody kept talking about, oh yeah, like Arch, and I'm like, if we're in the bowl game, that means he didn't start all year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the last game of the season, this is the guy that's starting. Okay, interesting, whatever. And then we're going into this next year, and everybody's talking about Heisman frontrunner, and I'm just like, wait, when did y'all see him play? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't think he started. He probably started like 1 or 2 games last year. I'm just like, where did everybody see this? How is everybody seeing this? And then when you look at a nigga like, because they compared him to like Trevor Lawrence, who was a true freshman, came in, won a ship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you do when you're really nice as a true freshman.
And then Kirk, and then fucking
Herb Street.
No, not. I was about to say that, but it wasn't him. It was Paul Feinbaum was doing this shit that Mel Kiper was doing with Shador, just gassing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's so funny because this was also the year where I literally I like broke out of my spell. I used to think like Kiper was like reputable. I was like, yo, bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking
his
about.
guess is as good as mine. His guess is as good as mine.
Yo, I was like, his and not like all I heard. Shador.
He's a legacy. He's a legacy guy.
Man, I was like, man, exactly.
He's
legacy.
like
I grew up.
I grew up on him, but also too like with ESPN, he's a staple when it comes to draft time. Him and Todd McShay.
Because it's one time a year. Like,
yeah.
We always gonna re-up your contract, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
It's calm. And then Paul Feinbaum, because Paul Feinbaum know what the fuck he be talking about. Like, I like his.
You respect
takes
his takes.
I respect his takes.
Yeah.
Dead wrong with Arch, and he's
admitted it. I've heard him admit it. Yeah,
he said it like dead wrong, bro. Because I was like, yo, Paul, how'd you know?
Yeah.
How do you know this, bro? Like, he was saying crazy. Like, he's gonna be the best since Tebow.
Yeah.
I was like, how?
Yeah. And like, where are we getting this from?
100%. You know so you know them names and they brands, they go a long way. Because why else? You know?
And you're only as good as your last take. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your last take.
Quickly, I want to just briefly talk about NBA real quick.
Yeah,
I think the season's about to start. And I'm really just fucking excited because I think the fucking league is just.
What are you excited about?
I'm excited to see fucking Wemby dominate the league this year. That's one thing. I think I'm looking at him in preseason. I'm like, oh my fucking, he's here. He is moving people on his Shaq shit. I'm like, yo, Wemby, man, year 3. This nigga averaged 24 and 10 last year. I'm like, I wonder what is the increase going to be this year, bro. It's crazy. And everybody's saying he grew. Everybody's saying he's 7'7". Boban Marjanovic, who's 7'4", he's like, no, I stood with Wemby. He's taller than me. I'm telling y'all, I'm 7'4". He's taller than me.
He was 7'4"?
Yeah, he was 7'4". He was marked at 7'4". And now everybody's saying he's 7'6", 7'7". So he grew. Wemby, that storyline, crazy. Rockets, of course, I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I want to see
and
that.
I know Van Vliet's out for the year. He tore his ACL.
Yeah, but that means unfortunate.
But I mean, Amen Thompson's about to play the 1. So I'm super excited to see that. Like, I'm just so excited to see the twins. Amen and Sawyer Thompson. Excited to see them ball. Tatum's recovery is going freakishly well, and he says he wants to play this year. You had an Achilles injury. I don't know what the science is, anything like that, but I'm seeing Tatum fucking all vert. Yeah, man.
Really?
Doing fucking, like, doing the workouts.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm curious your take. Do you think somebody that tears their ACL in May, but has at their disposal the most top of the line, I guess rehab. Yeah, right. The most top of the line shit. And then also, like, I remember when you had your Achilles, you were trapping for a minute before you were like, oh, bro, I tore it. That motherfucker did not put an ounce of pressure on it the minute it tore. They lifted
That's what I'm saying.
The surgery was done. So do you think that it's even a possibility that he comes at the end of the season? Because he says, I want to return this season. I'm like, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, I mean, if you're going to give him how he looks right now, you're going to give him 6 more months? I'm like, shit, he might be ready to go. I don't know.
No, he might be. Like, that's the thing. It's funny because
you said after a year, your shit was like, I remember you'd be like, yeah, my shit's 85%. Like a year.
Yeah, but I'm not a high level athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Yeah.
So you believe it to be?
Yeah, I think if you're working on it, for sure, absolutely. Especially the thing is the recovery starts once the surgery's over. You know what I'm saying? So like you mentioned with me, it took me like almost 2 months before I actually got surgery. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like his recovery can start once
I'm starting from a worse spot.
Left the arena, went to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like he's starting from ground zero on day one. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically started last season before champion was crowned. You know what I'm saying? So I think that works in his favor. And then too, just like I think if you work on it, it'll improve. So like I said, with me, I didn't have no thing that I was trying to get back to. So it's like, okay, I might do some calf raises here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like I might, you know what I'm saying, get up and walk around a little bit. Like I wasn't really training, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that once it feels good, it feels good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can jump, I can do anything I need to do with my lower legs now. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I've been told this. I can't really confirm whether it's true or not, but they say that your Achilles is stronger when you get surgically. Yeah, not that it grows back, because now there's a piece in it. Like now there's a piece that keeps. Yeah, so it's like it's almost like you know what I'm saying. Like you have something there, something there that's stronger than a ligament holding your calf and your heel together. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess it grows around that. You know what I'm saying? So like I can always feel the piece that they added to my Achilles. Like it bulges out more than on my non-injured Achilles. So I feel like his shit might be stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like and then when you look at I feel like the barometer when it comes to recovering from injuries is Adrian Peterson, right? Like nigga came back stupid stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like ever since people saw that. I mean, and then even KD, like I'm about to say, we want to take it to basketball. Really we want to take it to basketball. Kevin Durant, like same injury too. Like it's like nothing happened. And I think you could say Jason Tatum.
He took a sweet time.
Facts, but you could say Jason Tatum. But honestly, I think
Tatum younger though.
Tatum younger, and I think his game is more predicated on explosiveness. But I still he might have to develop a better jump shot off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes this is the type of stuff that makes you start working. I know Kobe said he started working on certain things when he couldn't do other things. You know what I'm saying? So like I think it'll probably be a net positive for him with that mindset. But I don't know what the rush is. Like I don't know what the rush is.
That's more so my thing. I'm
I'm looking at the Celtics. Like are they? I don't think they got better.
Y'all want a ship, so if you don't think you can do that, don't press it.
Yeah, because I don't know if they got better. Like they lost Horford, they lost Holiday. Is Drew Holiday still there?
No, lost Holiday, lost Horford, lost Porzingis.
Lost Porzingis.
That was
like I'm not looking at the Celtics like they're in contention.
They got Anthony Simmons, but they're gonna trade him. But he's gonna show his ass out to get traded to the team. But also the Hawks, I think the Hawks are very interested. I'm very interested in what they're gonna do this year. I like the team. I love the Lonzo Ball pickup by the Cavs. I think.
Oh yeah, that's
Garland's
tough.
Days are numbered.
That caught me off guard. That was tough.
Days are numbered, bro. Don't need him. I was looking at how the ball moved with Lonzo, and I'm like, holy shit. And Lonzo is 6'6", you was looking at it? Man. He's 6'6". I'm like, bro, you have size. You're no longer like y'all had, even though you got Donovan Mitchell and Garland is really good, but you have it was an undersized backcourt.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, bro, Lonzo be diming crazy.
Yeah, I like Lonzo.
He fucking fixed that jumper, man. He's cash now. Like at 3, that shit looked pretty. At the beginning of he had the ugliest form. That shit looked so good. So I'm like, now I'm looking at the Cavs like, yo, Garland is a potential trade piece, and you can buffer up what you think you need because Garland ain't no backup now, because now you got Lonzo. I think Lonzo's just be the point guard.
Is he supposed to be a backup? Was he brought in to be a backup?
I think
three of them on the court at the same time.
Nah, I think Lonzo is a backup. I think he's the backup.
He's backing up the point guard right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But I low key, I'm like,
you don't think that's gonna last?
Nah, I don't think it's gonna last because I really.
I can see that. When I saw that pickup, like on YouTube or whatever, like when I saw the post about it, I was like, oh nah, that's. At first I was like, I'm thinking of Cleveland of old. I'm thinking like, oh, why'd they send him to the Shadow Realm? And then I was like, wait, no, Cleveland is nice. I'm like, I forgot. Like
Evan Mobley is going to.
I literally was thinking it was like the Ricky Davis of them Cleveland Cavaliers. I was just like, I completely forgot who the Cleveland Cavaliers are in present day. Yeah. So I was like, oh no, that's a great get him out of Chicago. He was in Chicago, right? Get him out of Chicago. There's nothing going on in there.
Shout out Chicago, man. They really let him rehab, man. 3 years.
Oh, yeah,
he barely played,
but
they literally just let him rehab and all that shit. And then when he came back last year, you seen like, oh, bet he's good because that knee, we thought he was gonna be Brandon Royd. Thought he was gonna retire. That knee was not doing good for him, but that's good. And then lastly, again, Magic. I think they'll take a leap this year, so I want to see it. Bucks very. Who was I?
I think I was just listening to Gil's Arena. Somebody on there said that they think the Magic take a step back this year. I don't know if I'm quoting this right, but I feel like I heard somebody on there say they see the Magic taking a step back this year. I don't know where that's coming from. Who did they add?
Desmond Bain.
Yeah. They did add Desmond Bain.
They added Desmond Bain. They didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
They lost Cole Anthony, but it's all right. You're with the Bucks. You'll play more.
Yeah.
Because they need help, for Giannis. So I'm looking at the fucking Magic, and I'm like, Paolo's getting better. France is getting better. Those are your two franchise players right there. It's them. And Paolo, I really think, can be a potential MVP candidate. Not winning it, but he will be in, as long as he's healthy, he'll be a candidate. He's unstoppable. And you got Mo Wagner coming back. You still got fucking
Wendell
Carter at the 4. Jalen Suggs is like one of the best strap guards, defending guards you got.
Desmond Bain's a good defender too, ain't he?
Desmond Bain is a good defender. And he's actually a super you need him more points in the backcourt. Like Jalen Suggs is greatest defense. Like, scoring. He's gotten better though, but now you actually got a backcourt that's gonna give you a guaranteed 35 a game at least. So I think they're interesting. I think the Hawks are interesting. Knicks, man. I think Knicks have real standards. I think they have real expectations. Yeah. The East is weakened. I don't know what the Sixers are gonna do. Sixers are a true wild card team.
Yeah.
Let's just say everybody on that. Let's just say it's not.
Everybody's healthy.
Let's just say everybody healthy. That team is fucking serious. It's a very serious team.
Embiid, Paul George,
the rookie. Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and they got a lot of players. You got Oubre, you got fucking Grimes, you got
Oubre.
Yeah, you got no, they lost Gershon. Gershon's on the Knicks. But they got hella players, bro. They got hella players, and I'm just like, I think Embiid, though, I think we've seen the best of it. So unfortunately,
yeah, I'd be forgetting about Embiid. Like,
unfortunately, I think we've seen the best. And Lakers, man. I mean, sure, like I'm excited to see the season, but I don't like the roster. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Because I'm like, in the ideal world, our third option would be DeAndre Ayton, but he's not good. Our third option is Austin Reeves, who is good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron is enough in this NBA and how we're constructed to take us to the promised land.
Ayton is a good.
We need our center.
Imagine having him as your fourth option.
I'm more so. It's That's the thing. That's what I don't know what to expect from Aiden. I'm telling them right now is like, bro, 15-9 or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now it won't cut.
You need more out of that from your center.
We need,
you need more out of that from a team that has Luka, Doncic.
Numbers. I'm not saying we need AD numbers.
What are you saying? Because a little bit better than that is AD numbers.
We need you to revive your.
What are you saying? 15-9, a little bit better. You get a little bit better than that. You're basically an AD.
DeAndre Ayton got to understand you are on the team with the nigga that you went before. You are the number 1. Luka was the number 2. You need to have a breakout year. The last 2 years, you've literally done crazy damage to your reputation at the Blazers. Crazy damage. Everybody, the talk around the league is, Ayton, he's a talented guy. He's had better years. Your better years are also like behind you. Like not on some health-wise you can't get there, but you've had a gap. The best years were with Suns. You've proven yourself to be a diva, not a team player. Now you're on the Lakers. Now you're in a place where you're gonna get the most pressure you ever had. It's kind of like the West Coast Knicks. Like you're just gonna get media in your face and all that shit. And if DeAndre Ayton can give us what he was doing closer to the top of his career, like 18, 19 a game, 20, like a 20 and 10, he's a great shot blocker and he's a great rebounder. But he has to give us buckets because our team, we don't, like, outside of the guys, Gabe Vincent, LaRuvia, Rui, I like Marcus Smart. I really like Marcus Smart. But I'm looking at the team, I'm like, bro, the West is fucking hell, bruh. This is not. It's not light.
Yeah.
Luka, you play D. I might also feel better about that too. Let's see how you play, because you can't let motherfuckers just go past you, bro. You lost the weight. Let's see what the fuck you do. Because I'm so sober about the team, because the way I seen how the Wolves did us last year, I was like, shit. Man. Like we need help. We need help.
There's just too many
holes,
good teams. Well, I was gonna say there's just too many good
teams, bro. We're not up there, bro.
In the West, but it's crazy to think that a team that has LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and DeAndre Ayton,
it's crazy.
It's like you don't like that team. Like it's kind of crazy. It's crazy to think.
Team. What's there?
I'm just saying the names. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Basketball is the most like on paper. That shit don't like Clippers last year. I thought they would do way more what the fuck they did on paper. And on paper this year they're better. So like, but I can't believe it. Same thing with like
the Clippers.
You look on paper. Really, the Clippers are really like fucking loaded.
But the thing is, like older, the thing about that, I was about to say, the thing about the Clippers though, like on paper, yeah, if you look at the names, yeah,
they're built for now or never. It's not a building. It's like,
but it's also like it's built for now or never, and everybody's got to be healthy at the same time, and everybody's got to be dedicated to the mission at the same time.
Brook Lopez on the team now. Mark Zubac lost mad weight. Fucking Harden, they're saying Harden is assuming a leader role. So they're saying Harden is now the real leader of the team. I'm like, all right. I was like, all right. I'm saying to the point where I'm like, yeah, bro, just stop fucking talking about like Kawhi, bro. Kawhi has the most like blessed career, bro. He doesn't need to do anything, and that's it. I already have my first ballot, bro.
I be wondering how.
Because he ruined that whole shit, bro.
I was going to say, I wonder how we got here with Kawhi Leonard. Like, he's probably the most, And this kind of this is funny too. This is kind of what's making me say this, but like, he's the most, and I've never really cared much about Kawhi. I respect him as being like one of the best players in the league, pretty much over the last like 10 years or so. Right. But I've just always kind of been like, damn, like he's also a quiet diva. You know what I'm saying? Like quiet. So like you don't really like he's not like out there like a DeAndre Ayton or like a you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really out there with his diva-ness.
A diva in a sense,
or like his Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
A diva in the sense where he will let his manager uncle just handle it.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Yeah, and he's so like
it's passionate.
Yeah, and it's really like he don't want to talk. It's really like he don't want to talk. Like you don't hear nothing coming from him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the reason why
he's in the middle of so much chaos. The reason it'd be like this nigga be in the middle of so much chaos.
The reason why it's significant is because, bro, you're spearheading these moves they make. It's for you.
That's what I'm saying. He's in the middle of it.
So you need to fucking talk. Like, stop acting so like maybe. If you put like, but the thing is, he don't fold under pressure. So I'm like, I don't know. I just look on the roster again. The paper Clippers are kind of like, I kind of treat them like I'm kind of getting to like the Chargers point with them too. I'm kind of
I'm already there. I'm already there with them. I'm looking at your bench
and I'm like, damn, it's a starting lineup on the bench, and I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you can't get your hopes up too high with them. Got to temper expectations with the Clippers. But yeah, man, we're right around the corner from NBA season. It's gonna be lit, and we get into the best time of the year, which is right in the middle of football. You know what I'm saying? NBA, right? Holidays is coming up. Best time of the year, man.
No, that's a fact.
If you're still here, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Do that.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Early.